what you've been working for. I rented this place and I started bringing it here because I didn't know what else to do. I gave up counting it. I mean, I had to. It was just so much, so fast. I tried weighing it, so...
How much is this?
I have no earthly idea. I just stack it up. There is more here than we could spend in 10 lifetimes. Please tell me, how much is enough? How big does this pile have to be?
All right, guys. So you might be wondering what the heck is going on right now. Like, we can't get away from the shopping madness. People just going crazy in the stores right now. What needs to be done during this time right now? Right now, I'm recording this April 8th. And as far as we know, we have half of the entire world on some type of lockdown. And guys, just so you know what the term lockdown really means, I mean, we can just do a search here on Google for this. And what does it mean if you go to the definition? Really, right? The definition, it's a term confining of prisoners to their cells, typically after an escape. Guys, if you haven't noticed, we are prisoners to this financial system, and it's about to collapse. And so, no matter how much money you have piled up, if you have this belief in the dollar, the US dollar, how is that going to serve you in the long term? Honestly, you're going to have a big pile of nothing. You're gonna have this big pile of toilet paper. Zimbabwe, Weirmac Republic, inflation all eventually goes to nothing, right? So right now, the Fed printed $6 trillion. They've been doing this since 2008, just printing money that doesn't exist, debasing our currency. You cannot save anymore. You cannot invest anymore. The stock market looks like they go into a recession for the next 25 years. The real estate, nobody needs to buy a home now. The baby boomers are retiring. Looks like the next 25 years will be a recession. You know, what's safe? What is the best option? How do you continue, if say for myself as a marketer, online business, starting different businesses this year and last year, how do I continue to grow? And frankly, it's pretty simple. It's through number one is through connections and building value with others and building a community. Number two, building assets that have true value, such as gold and silver. Mike Maloney has goldandsilver.com. If you guys take a look at that, I don't even have an affiliate link, but I did want to make this video, so I'll just shoot that over to you in the description. So I've actually bought silver from him before. They ship it to you in the mail, and it's a store of value. So if you do have just money in savings now, or in money in the stock market, they're crushing the 401ks. They're crushing the pension funds. Most likely, this is gone. Like, unfortunately, for a lot of baby boomers that may have watched this video, we cannot rely on Social Security. I just assume I will never get one single check from Social Security because I believe we're going to be in a new financial system, a new digital currency, maybe a one world currency within the next few months. Based on what the events of happening right now, I mean, we're essentially confined as prisoners to our houses. You know, for myself, that doesn't really change my life daily at all because I work from home 16 hours a day. I'm in the home. Like, I like to go outside once in a while, but this is even a little too much lockdown for me. After an escape to regain control during a riot. Guys, do you know what was happening in 2019? You know why there's a lockdown right now? The entire world was rioting. Like, every country. We had the French protests. South America. We had the Arab Spring years ago. We have Wall Street reform. We have riots all across the world. And now, when the riots, like the Paris, for example, the yellow vests have been doing this thing week in, week out. As soon as the lockdown, guys, no more riots. Does that sound familiar? So how do they have this? Are we in this invisible prison cell? Like in reality, we are. Like we're paying taxes on our money. We're being locked into the Dow Jones. Guess who pulled out of the Dow Jones before this massive collapse? Before the 30,000? Let's see, what is this? February, January. Congressmen, CEOs stepping down, pulling out of the Dow Jones, like pulling out of stocks completely. You can't invest into bonds and stocks right now into the future and pull the profit. It's just not possible. And based on the experts, the top experts, like Peter Schiff, I recommend checking out Peter Schiff. He knows his stuff. And according to him, the next 25 years, we're going to see hyperinflation, and we're going to see like the stock market will never reach these types of values again. We're going to see something maybe like in Japan, where in the 90s they peaked and then haven't even recovered. So we're in a situation right now that's pretty unique during our time because growing up in like the 70s, 80s, 90s, up until today, you have that mentality, almost thought that like, oh, it's like everything will just keep growing. They'll just like more and more real estate demand, real estate will go up, more and more higher stock prices just keep going up. But this essentially cannot continue. The credit bubble, it's just, it's like a house of cards. The fiat money system, which you can take a look at goldandsilver.com, guys, if you watch the videos. It can only last so long. So gold and silver is a store of value. The Dow Jones is great for the top 10% or top 1% that will always turn a profit and then get out at the right time. And then for those savvy investors, will get in and out at the right time, and the day traders will make profits. The average Joe, which is 99% of us who don't have all this information or don't have time, are going to take a loss. Like most of the people right now are taking this massive loss. We're going to have a dead cat bounce here. See this? And now it's going to go back down. So unfortunately, this 22,000, nobody's working. Small businesses, 30 million small businesses. I applied for a SBA loan through the program. I'm number 3.6 million and something and change. There's what, 4 million plus businesses applying for loans during this time. Like I'm losing clients. Clients are not paying me. And then a lot of people that I know here in Bali that are either Russian or Indonesian, everyone's losing their jobs around the world at the same time. We have global shipping issues. We have global food shortages. We have we have Chinese pig production cut in half, killed and slaughtered half the pigs. We have U.S. corn production, soy down. We have bad crop season last year, and then this year again, too much rain and snow to make it hard for growing seasons to start at normal times. We're seeing all these events coming, and then we're being locked into our homes over coronavirus. So as a marketer and myself, I take a look at this and like, damn, they're doing such a good job at marketing this. Whether it's, regardless what's happening, right? Like I'm not in the hospital, but what I've seen from doctors and nurses, they don't really know what this is. So if they don't know what it is, I don't know. I can't really say what it is, but all I know is they're marketing this 24/7, pushing this lockdown. And at the same time, who's in charge? Like the banking cartel who is destroying the US dollar, who's saying openly, we need to move to a digital one world currency, which makes perfect sense. We all know it's coming, or at least if you don't now, you know. And that's why like Bitcoin, having 10% into Bitcoin, 10% into gold and silver, diversifying your income over businesses that will continue to grow. So if you don't have a home-based business right now, obviously now here is the time to get started. I have a link below where you can take a free quiz with my partner, and we can help you decide what the best home-based business or side hustle would be for you, whether it's like starting a small business to help other small businesses for coaching or launching courses or doing marketing online or perhaps blogging or creating a social media or our podcast or YouTube channel. There's so many things. Like, for example, some of my YouTube channels make money every day off of ads, and I get product sales from that. So just as a side hustle, I do this for fun, but my main business is actually helping out other people launch their YouTube ads as well as launch their own courses online. So if you need help with that, you can reach out to me. If you want to see my expertise, just look at my other videos where we review other ads, and I do this stuff all day. Now, I have positioned myself since 2008, and the reason was, as I saw this happening, I saw my friends struggling to find work. I couldn't find work. I saw 45 million jobs being outsourced outside of the US to other countries. I saw the future of everything going to AI. I see this continuing rollout of 5G for like the Internet of Things, right? All this is happening at the same time. And what is happening? We're basically becoming one world communist state where the power is being taken away from us and put into the hands of the state. And so we need to take our power back by becoming entrepreneurial, self-employed, self-sustainable, growing your own food, storing your own money. Don't rely on the banks. Bank runs happened during the Great Depression. And guys, we have more people out of work now than ever in history. And it's a global problem. We've never seen anything like this. So if you have grandparents, if they're familiar with how the Great Depression was, they were hiding money under the bed. They were not trusting the banks. Has anything changed? You just need to go back in history and everything repeats. So nothing has changed essentially from the Great Depression from 1929. We're essentially seeing the same thing repeat here. And the prices of gold right now are going to go straight up. They can only go up from here because the dollar is being printed to infinity. And the Fed is saying just this. So whether this is true or not, whether people are dying of this or not, I don't know what's happening in the hospitals, but I do know for a fact that they're destroying the dollar and they want to move to a digital currency. And, Coinbase. So these guys at Coinbase, the head guy at Coinbase, the executive, is working with the Federal Reserve to create a new digital currency, backed by governments. So what does this mean for Bitcoin? I don't know, but I would say invest some into Bitcoin, invest some into Monero, which is a privacy coin. Those are the only two I'd recommend at this point. Perhaps some into Ethereum. And I've been doing crypto for many years, and I've made some money, and I've done mining, and some of my friends do this on a daily basis, the investing parts. I'll have links to my best sources of information, whether it comes to everything like crypto, stocks, real estate, all this kind of stuff, all the channels that I go for advice. And I'm just throwing this all into one simple program or one simple video for you here. But really, it's not a time to be fearful, but we need to do the right thing, take care of our friends and family, and continue to work hard and build up side hustles, side income on different revenue streams. So, if one gets shut down, we have Amazon, we have YouTube, we have our own product sales, we have our own website, we're making AdSense money. We're working with clients. I'm servicing clients with the advertising and marketing, launching courses. I'm doing all these different things, and I'm also helping my friends do different things. And as a team, we're building out multi-million-dollar operations. So we have safe havens, we have hedges against the recession, as well as we're buying up things that are cheap right now, such as advertising. Advertising is so cheap right now. So if you're in the advertising game, now is the time to double down and find clients that can spend money, that have reserved and are in position to actually buy up more ad space. Because there's a big buildup here, artificially inflated by the Federal Reserve, runs a private company run by the banks, right? It's a big club. You're not in it, like George Carlin says, right? And that's just completely the facts. So we're not in the club. I assume if you're watching this video, we're not in the club, but we can start our own club. And so that's what I recommend us doing. Just be smart, make profitable decisions, and just build for the future. So that's what we're doing here. We're going to be launching out new courses, new advertising campaigns, new businesses, new side hustles. All these links will be down in the description, so you can take a look. Sign up for your free side hustle quiz, check it out, and see what you can do. If you're not really sure on how to make money online or what to do right now, you might be one of those 45 million people that might have just lost their job. So unfortunately, that's how it is. But now is the greatest time to take action and actually replace your income. This is what I did in 2008. I started online. 2008, I could not find a job. I was on unemployment. I used my unemployment checks to get me around 6 months before I was able to go full-time online. So this is the perfect timing. If you are on unemployment, now is the time more than ever to secure yourself and your family and take care of everyone you know. So, all right, I'm gonna drop it there. I'll see you guys in the next video, and leave me a comment.